Okay. So you'll start with your introduction.
Hello everyone. My name is Advait Vedant. I hail from Ranchi, from the state of Jharkhand. I completed my graduation from Birla Institute of Technology, Mesra, and I completed a BE course, Bachelor in Engineering. Then I served Think and Learn Private Limited in Bengaluru city, and currently I am in Delhi uh, as at my residence, and I'm looking forward to pursue the said course in
Yes.
TISS Mumbai.
Yes, so Advait, you did your electronics and communication engineering, then you have been working with a company which is in EdTech.
Yes,
As I have seen your tab, you were mostly involved in content development.
yes,
So
sir, correct.
all of a sudden, you got interested in this course. May I know what made you to apply for this course?
So over my career in corporate sector, I participated in many social sector programs as well. And my company, the education technology company, it was very much involved with providing assistance to underprivileged children. So while working on those projects, although for a very brief time, I realized that my skills can be utilized in a very good manner in social sector rather than a corporate sector. So I decided to make this switch.
Okay, so but still, for pursuing that goal or dream of being into social sector or contributing into social sector, would have selected any course which is uh, like directly related to the impact on society or uh, underprivileged one, or maybe the entire society as a whole. This course, UPG, Urban Policy and Governance, is more of like policy or of city planning, governance, and you call it this course under social sector, but it doesn't directly deals with that. So
Yes.
why you didn't choose other courses which have been in better sync with your uh, long-term career goal or objective?
Yes, sir, I completely agree with you that other courses may have, my contribution to the society, it would have increased. But what I believe is the policy making is the bedrock. It is the foundation of all the planning and utility of resources, whether from public sector or private sector. The policy making is a very fundamental thing. So if I can contribute to the better policy making, and it caters to many other disciplines, not only education. So uh, I will be able to contribute in a larger manner to the society. That's what I
And,
think. Yes, sir.
so you did not qualify for the public policy and governance course. Had you applied for that?
I did not qualify for a public policy and governance course. Yes, sir.
What are the other programs that you have applied?
I applied for the HRLM course in Mumbai Center. Then I applied for second preference was public policy and governance at Hyderabad Center, and the third was urban policy and governance at Mumbai Center.
So why did you apply HR? Because you were just saying that you wanted to go for a job which is, can contribute in social sector.
Correct, sir. So, sir, HRLM, the course of HRLM in this Mumbai Center is one of the flagship courses which this offers, and I believed that my involvement in such type of program would give me a better would give me a better uh, qualification to progress in my career.
Okay. So now, since you have not got call from HR, even you did not get any call from PPG. So
Yes.
how much will you miss the other two courses of the two courses here at Urban Policy?
Sir, I personally believe in whatever resource, whatever time we have, we should make a good use of that. And yeah, it is true. I have not been qualified in the first two preferences course. So I'll make the best out of the third preference course. And I had a vision while applying for all the three courses. So I'll work in a concentrated manner in the third program if I get selected for the test.
So tell me,
And
what was the reason?
it the same thing, the contribution to the society in a policy making thing, that was my vision, that if there is a possibility that I did not get selected in the first course, I'll go for this type of work culture.
Okay, okay, Advait, let me give you a feedback here.
Yes.
The entire like previous 3 or 4 minutes that I have been interacting.
Yeah.
So, the real motto was to get the uh, subject interest or what are your uh, career goals through this course, and you are not actually speaking in that regard. See, matlab, if you want to go for a social sector, development sector, policy making, you could have been applied for other courses also,
Yes.
like water policy or development strategy or the DPP program, development. And there would have been other ways to go for the same also. If we are talking about urban policy and governance, somehow you need to come up with the solid fact or connection or intention which directly uh, relates to this program, like
Yes.
your city experiences, your observation, your some of the learning that you have done before, any project related to this program before, what was the source of inception, from where you get interested in this aspect of policy. Because
Yes.
this
Yes.
is comparatively a new course, even in tests, and people who are coming to this course must be aware that what are they going to learn, what are the capabilities they are going to acquire through this course, and what kind of job and career they are going to make through this course. So if you'll not talk in that aspect, so only for if you'll sell only this point that you want to do something for society, if you want to do something related to policy, will not suffice. Uh, will not suffice in order to get you marks. So if I
Yes.
have 20 marks for your subject knowledge or career intention, so you'll be getting both 20 marks for subject and 20 marks for career progression. You'll be getting very less marks in these 40 marks. So overall marks in the interview will be very less in that way.
Yes.
So try to connect it with anything in your past,
Yeah.
like a paper you studied or the experience that you had in Bangalore or Delhi, a comparison. Even any Bangalore people can be very much interested in urban policy because they have been suffering with traffic uh,
Sanitation and all.
and sanitation and everything. And even the city planning at Bangalore is very poor. So,
Correct.
like Delhi has its some of its part which has been planned by the Britishers, but still the expense of Delhi has been very haphazard. So could have talked about these observations. You could have talked about your opinion. You could have talked about where do you feel the gap. You could have talked about why do you want to do something for this. So leave the social aspect here. Not every course of test has this thing in it. Like, of course, the soul or spirit might be to serve the society in greater
Yeah.
but the course has its own objective. It's not to serve only society, it is to serve the city, and city contains everyone, like the rich people, poor people, industrial people, working people, and even people who are living in ghettos. So it's not for marginalized section, it's for everyone, and it has a different attitude while working, it doesn't focus upon serving the society. It focuses upon dynamics.
Solid
It focuses
intention.
upon equilibrium between the different part of society. It focuses upon growth, how the city planning can induce growth in the city. So if you'll not talk in those respects, you are not going to get marks in any of these two criteria.
Yes, sir.
Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about the difference that you have find in have you found in Delhi and Mumbai in terms of urban space. So
I believe
I'll
in
also tell you
Bengaluru.
I'll also tell you which question I do ask for what purpose. So this question that I have asked you, this is not to check your general knowledge. It's not check your subject knowledge, but it is to, of course, subject knowledge might be there, like in subject frame of reference. How do you see the two cities? And this is also to check your analytical ability. So question may be in very different format, but they will be checking on those five criteria only, on which a professor will give you marks. Because with these
Yes,
interviews, you are not going to get selected or rejected. You'll be getting marks out of 100. And these marks, this out of 100 marks, you'll not be getting in wholesome way. It is categorized in five different criteria. Okay. So whenever someone applies or appears for an interview and test, most of the time they try to make it a very sympathetic approach, like I do want to work for society, I do want to serve the society, I want that my work should have impact on society. So these lines are not sufficient. So you need to come up with strong reasoning behind this course specifically. Okay. Now tell me the answer of the question which I asked you, like compare the two cities, Bangalore and Delhi.
bit Bangalore and Delhi. Sir, yes, as you said before, Bangalore as a city, it got an population explosion due to the IT revolution which it encountered. And nobody, even the local residents of the Bangalore and even the government authorities, they could not predict that the Bangalore will evolve in this such kind of city. Such a great population will come in a very short time. So yeah, the good, the land, the green land which was there, Bangalore is basically, if you look at it geographically, it is basically a hill. It resides at an altitude of 900 meters. So it is basically a hill, and the terrain of a hill, it got evolved as an city, and a pretty much high-tech city. So all the constructions and the developments actually it hindered the climate of the Bengaluru, which in turn has many other repercussions. And such a small place got crammed up with huge development projects, and we can see the live example, the huge traffic jam that happens in Bengaluru every day. And it is progressing towards building its own metro infrastructure called Namma Metro. And it is very unfortunate that less than 20-30% of the work is accomplished within all these years, whatever they have planned. In contrary to that, Delhi, I would say, Delhi the government officials took an initiative in terms of Delhi, and they devised the same metro plan in a much early manner. I believe somewhere around 10 to 15 years back, 10 to 15 years ago in Delhi, and it was crucial in giving Delhi an infrastructure of a metro, which we can assume that it is a lifeline of the common people currently. And coming back to the sanitation level, Bangalore is at least the main city of Bengaluru, the BBMP, the current municipal corporation of Bengaluru, it does a great job. And I find that it is not much visible in Delhi city. As we go out of the central Delhi, we find many places with uh, especially the interior areas, the sanitation is not proper. So these 2 points, the transport and sanitation in turn will again include the water supply facilities. But I do not have the solid knowledge base for the water supply uh, infrastructure for either of the city. So I would say these are the contrasting differences between Delhi and Bengaluru in terms of city planning.
So the problem that you were mentioning about Bangalore, that it has a sudden flux of population, companies that are coming to Bangalore. Uh, if I'll ask you to suggest something in order to deal all these issues or problems, what
Yes.
solution would you give? Or what policy suggestion would you give?
So in terms of suggestion, I would uh, say I would like to first of all look at the government level, that it is not necessary to make only one city into a very hybrid and hub for one particular cause, and we can develop many other cities in and around Bengaluru, and there are many other cities which have the potential like Chennai, Hyderabad, Pune, in the southern part of India, which can evolve themselves in a much better manner. So what it will contribute to Bengaluru as a city, that it will lessen the burden of all the IT companies at one place, and many other IT companies will look for other cities as an option to establish their headquarters and other offices. This is one thing that where government can work towards, to create some zones for the companies to establish not only in Bengaluru but look for another zones
But
in
Ajat,
around.
the problem with this is a market tends to develop at one place, and also the thing that you are telling about, it could be a national level policy, not the city level policy, so that they can push the companies from Bangalore to other places. Even city would never like to push away their companies or source of revenue to other cities and other towns. And also, even for the company, they want to be at a place where other companies are there. It actually helps them in getting B2B services, employees, and many other like uh, direct or indirect support, because all other
I
companies are there. So we need to keep that essence of market, and then only we need to suggest. So can you come up with any other idea other than this?
I agree with your point, sir, that market tends to evolve at a particular place. But here we are talking about digital revolution. We just now, a couple of years back, we saw that the entire system of information technology, they were able to work from their homes as well. So what city, as a city, Bengaluru can achieve is to enable remote locations, to enable remote jobs, to so that the city does not get crammed up with the population, and it will help us in protecting the climatic aspect of the city as well.
Can you tell me something that Bangalore is has initiated? Bangalore as in city governance, the Bangalore government, right, right, not the Bangalore government, the state government or the government body of the city have initiated anything other than the metro or regular sanitation projects? Any policy or initiated any projects which is working towards the development or uh, problem solving of any issue that Bangalore is facing? Any new initiative, anything that they are doing or they have started doing?
Yeah, so I would like to bring along the factor of sanitation in Bengaluru. the corporation, the municipal corporation in Bengaluru, it took a great step towards the sanitation. There are very strict guidelines for the disposal of waste, for the waste management, even for the people who live in uh, gated societies or unorganized colonies. They have a very strict guidelines to segregate their waste into a dry and wet waste category, and that is something which I consider very crucial in uh,
Anything else
terms
than
of management.
sanitation?
I cannot recall, sir,
You
as
cannot.
of.
Okay, so currently you are living in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
In which area?
I live in Gold Market area.
Gold Market area, which is in central Delhi.
Yes, sir, correct.
And since when you are living in Delhi?
Sir, actually, my parents are living here for around 8, 9 years. I recently shifted to Delhi like one month ago.
So in your observation, if I'll ask you, you find any problem that you see nearby your area, like where do you live, what would you say?
Sir, as we all know, the central Delhi is a very planned in its raw nature, other than the other evolved areas. So, in terms of traffic, road, and sanitation, it is very planned, and the natural aspect is very good here. Actually, if you can see peacocks in roaming casually on the road in the morning time. So. I would not be able to suggest any very solid points for the sanitation in and around my area, because the
I was just
authorities.
asking about any problem that you see, anything that you see with respect to urban policy and governance.
I cannot recall, sir, as of now.
So you are living in an area where there is no such problem exist. Okay, leave that one.
Yeah,
Now,
yes.
tell me the general challenges in term of urban development.
The major challenge I the major challenge I perceive is the migration of population from rural areas to urban areas. By the end of
So
next decade.
that is bound to happen at that because the villages are overburdened with laborers because
Yes,
population is rising and the fields are not. So if they will stay there, they will have to share the income. So in order to boost their income and find new employment, they are bound to come to cities, uh, whatever cities they would like to go, like
yes.
state capital or metropolitan cities or even urban area nearby their villages. So this you cannot consider as a challenge. This is bound to happen. I'm talking to, like I'm asking, talk to me with respect to challenge that urban development is facing.
Sir,
Keeping in
what?
mind that increase in population or migration is something that you cannot stop and it is bound to be there.
Yes, yes. So the keeping in mind the migration of population, I believe the class divide which a city, the urban areas usually see, you can say the urban poor thing, what we relate to, that is a challenge. Uh, their welfare in terms of house, in terms of shelter, and in terms of other basic resources like water supply and uh, employment opportunities. That is what I feel would be the challenges for the urban poor thing.
Well, we could have talked in a different way. Like, of course, you talked about water supply. But we would have talked about that the city expansion plan should be very concrete and scientific, and city also should accommodate SEZ type structure of for putting industries in place, and also city governors or whatever the government body is there in a state or the town should also attract companies or investors to their place, because if only labor class people will come and industrious class people will not come, they will not find employment, and there will be the burden for the urban area.
urban area.
So you need to make your law and order, your like aesthetic and recreational and educational and every basic infrastructure in such a way so that it can attract people who are industrious, who can come and invest in the city or the town, and new business opportunities will be arises. And again, the other point, in order to push people from one place to other place, they can also be, if some population is coming, some might go to other place also. So you also
Yes.
need to facilitate them by developing the higher skills for the people who are staying, so that they can go to the other company and work for better job in other cities also. So, well, like,
To
this could be a
enable.
very unwanted solution kind of thing, but this is desirable. So you could have come with these kind of solutions, which directly like that can be converted into adapting or adopting those people who are coming to the cities in better manner. Okay. So, no, you need to read little more and you need to get in sync with the course first. Try to read every description of the course, and also try to listen and read prospectus or interviews of other universities which are providing same courses, and some global experiences. Read some case studies of other developing countries, that how they have been planning their cities and towns, and also try to read the prospectus of uh, those colleges which are providing same course or similar course in their academics. Yeah. Yeah.